Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So today's reading is for the month of May 2015, and this is for the zodiac sign of Taurus. Taurus, as I've said to all of the other zodiac signs, I profusely apologise for being late with your reading this month. I would usually come sort of part way through the month to do readings for the following month. But besides running the website, I'm extraordinarily busy with other things too. So I'd just like to say really sorry about this. And yeah, I'm trying to get everything uploaded before the 1st of May as quickly as I possibly can. So forgive me if the reading is perhaps a little bit shorter than usual and my opening credits aren't on and that type of thing. But I'm trying to kind of get everything done and then learn my lessons for next month and do everything a little bit earlier, okay? So yeah, once again, sorry about that. So if you'd like a private reading with me, all the details are down below, and you can also look at my client reviews to see what other people are saying about my readings, okay? So, here we go. I'm going to shuffle the cards live this time on screen, okay? I'm using my trusty Rider-Waite deck. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 8 cards to serve as the story for the month, and then, or the messages that the universe have for the month. And then I'm also going to pick a 9th card from the bottom of the deck, which is going to hopefully serve as your general energy for the month of May. Okay, here we go then. I'm just shuffling away. Okay, that's enough shuffling. Just going to put the cards down. I'm going to split them into 3 with my left hand, as I usually do. And then I'm going to gather them all back up. And we're going to count out 8 cards, okay, Taurus? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to take a card from the bottom of the deck, this one, which is going to serve as your general energy for the month. I always have a look at the general energy before I turn up the other cards, so let's have a look what potentially the month of May is saying, the energy. 5 of Swords. It's really funny, but a lot of the readings that I'm getting have got kind of 5 of Swords or 10 of Swords, that type of thing in them. So Taurus, I feel for the general energy for May is going to be I'm feeling that it's saying a few things really. One of them is not to get involved in petty arguments with people, okay? I feel that you've got to kind of watch yourself with maybe certain people. I hate doing these type of readings, really. I hate it when I get messages like this. But let's see what the other cards turn up, because the general energy can always change pertaining to what the other cards are saying. But this 5 of Swords is usually a card about someone who's trying to take advantage of a situation, someone who's trying to get what you've got, someone who's trying to take the lion's share of something, someone who wants to win a fight, a challenge going on, feeling powerless while someone else feels powerful. So I feel that this is really a card saying don't get involved in or try to stay clear of arguments with people in May, or just try not to get yourself involved in anything that's going to sap you off your energy. This is what I feel that the card is saying potentially for May. But let's have a look at the other cards, because as I say, pertaining to what cards come up, it can always change the reading. Alright, so let's have a look. I'm just going to turn them over first. This is a really interesting reading. Really interesting reading. Okay, let me show you the cards first. We've got the Eight of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Queen of Swords. A lot of court cards this month. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. So just give me a moment to kind of, because this is one of the most weird readings that I've had so far for May. Some of them have been quite straightforward, I feel, that I've done. But this one, for me, is kind of like saying just several different things, really. So let's start with the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Why is somebody walking away from... It's almost like you've initiated something, or something has been initiated, something has been started. There's been a lot of energy around something, but you decide to turn your back on it for some reason. And it's really funny because, you know, whenever I do readings, I try and look at what the general pattern is through the reading. I look at each of the cards and I think, okay, where are the cards facing? And how do they kind of correlate to each other? And looking at the different sets of cards here, because there are 8 cards here, I see with the Eight of Wands, whenever you look at the Eight of Wands, the wands are being thrown up in the air. So they're not being thrown downwards, I don't believe. I think that they're being thrown upwards, okay? So they're racing through the air. They're kind of going this way, forward, not backwards, okay? If they were going backwards, it would be in reverse, but it's forwards. So it's almost like something, it's almost like you don't want to know about something in May. It's almost like you kind of, it's almost like you're stuck in a groove over something. This is what I'm feeling here with this card. It's like something is staring you in the face, but you are not interested in acknowledging it. It's like you don't want to know about it. It's like you're afraid to look at it. Or I feel potentially you're afraid of getting burnt about something in May. Something that you may have experienced already. And I say this because the Eight of Wands is often a card about kind of... Whenever I've done Eight of Wands in a reading, it's always about news coming in as far as I'm concerned. It's about fast stuff, like... If I've done a reading on myself and I've had the Eight of Wands come in, it's about I've always had lots of news, lots of energy, lots of kind of stuff happening. Okay, so that could be a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails I'm receiving, just a lot of communication. Even though the Wands card isn't, the Wands suit isn't strictly about communication, it's more about ideas and vision and that type of thing, and perception and kind of putting things into action. I feel that something is in May is initiated. There is some news, there is something that is happening quite quickly. But it's almost like it's something that unnerves you or something that you don't really want to know about. So you're kind of trying to get yourself out of something in May. This is what I'm feeling here with this reading. Because I always look at what position the cards are in. And it's funny because we have the Eight of Wands here, something being initiated, there's some news coming in, there's lots of news coming in, and it's very fast-paced energy. There's a lot of energy happening, but you are walking in another direction. It could potentially maybe be something that you're not happy about. Something that you don't feel fits in with your plans, maybe. And it's the same with the Knight of Cups again. And because the Eight of Wands can also be a card about kind of job offers and things like that. So having lots of information. It's a card about information. So maybe it's something that you find out about. Maybe it's something that's on the internet. Maybe. The Eight of Wands can often be a card about an internet situation. Communication, emails, Facebook, social media, that type of thing. But it's almost like you're turning your back on it. And I feel that this is kind of indicative of what's happening within your overall energy for the Five of Swords. You know, what is it that you are? I feel that for some of you Aries people, you are the two people in this card that is turning their back on this little troublemaker at the front here. See him there? There's two people here that are turning their back on this person here. So it's almost like you're closing the door on something in May. There's something you don't really want to know about. Maybe it's something that you don't sit well with, that you don't feel is good for you. Maybe you have been around kind of naysayers or nasty people around the internet. Maybe that's it for some of you guys. And you're thinking, you know what? I don't really want to be getting involved in all of this nonsense on YouTube or on Facebook or on, you know, wherever it is, Twitter. So I'm going to be kind of shutting that down for a bit. But I see offers. It's almost like people are saying, come on. They're trying to entice you back into something. But I see that you're still kind of a little bit shut down about something. You're not having any of it. I don't know why I get the impression, but I feel that somebody's trying to entice you. It could either be into a fight, or it could either be into something that you don't trust. I feel that there are trust issues going on for some of you guys in May. We've got the Knight of Cups here, and he's trying to offer something to the Queen of Cups. But the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. She's very intuitive, and she knows what's good for her, and she knows what's not good for her. Okay, she's very, very emotionally and spiritually in tune with herself. The Knight of Cups, as lovely as he is a very shallow type of individual at the best of times. He can be that. The Knight of Cups is one of these type of people that only likes a beautiful face. He doesn't like blemishes. He doesn't like to see a blemish on someone. He only likes things that look good, in a way. This is one of the traits, one of the not so nice traits of the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is offering something to someone who is kind of like, I'm not falling for that, in a way. I almost feel like you know when something's not right. You know when something is not a good idea. And again, we've got the Ace of Cups here. A hand offering something here. But the Queen of Pentacles has her back turned to it. Okay? She's not acknowledging this offer. You're not acknowledging something in May. I'm certain of it. There's something you don't trust. And I feel that it's around someone who's been untrustworthy. I feel that there might have been something malicious that was going on, maybe some malicious gossip with some of you guys. And I feel that you are trying to be enticed into a fight, into a challenge. But somebody's kind of like being a little bit shady about it. They're not kind of being honest about who they are. We also see this Queen of Swords here. And I'm not going to get into this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a, water sign, blah, this, blah, that, astrology sign person and all that. Because literally for me, these things can represent, to me, I go more with the energies of the court cards rather than their star sign. Sometimes it does literally represent a star sign. I did a reading for someone and they, were asking about someone who was a Scorpio, and the King of Cups came up. So, it can often do that. But in general readings, I like to basically just do it on the energies. I feel that the Queen of Cups is very intuitive about this Knight of Cups. Okay? I feel that she is very intuitive about him. She doesn't quite trust him. There's someone you don't trust. I'm really feeling that. The Queen of Pentacles, she is a very kind of... she's a very nurturing, she's a very honest, she's a very realistic character. The Cups card can also, for me, be about kind of highly strong emotion, they're all about the emotion. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's got to be honest, okay? It just simply means that somebody's offering you something of emotional value, okay? But it can also mean, for me, almost like pie in the sky as well. Something that looks very nice, but we don't really know what the hidden depths are of it, okay? I don't feel that this Knight of Cups is a very deep character, to be perfectly honest with you. I feel that he is a very shallow. He can be quite shallow. He's a nice guy, don't get me wrong, and his heart can be in the right place, but he's also kind of like has to have things in a certain way, and when they're not, he doesn't really like it. So I feel that some of you guys may have been burnt in a situation before, and I feel that in May it could be that somebody's coming around again trying to get your attention on something. Because I feel this within the Eight of Wands, and I feel this within the Knight of Cups, and I feel this within the Ace of Cups, and I do feel this within the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords for me represents someone who can't be trusted some of the time. She does have a lot of good, qualities. She's very upstanding. She doesn't mince her words. She's very kind of straight down the line as an individual, But then at the same time, she is described as being kind of the Queen of Misery as well within the tarot. The one who's quite depressed. She also can have a bit of a foul mouth on her. She can also be quite a little bit of a nasty piece of work. But we do see within the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like the Queen of Swords is trying to get this guy's attention within the Four of Pentacles, but he's standing his ground. He's like, I'm not budging on this. I'm not moving on this. I'm not. Sorry, there was somebody in the background there. I do apologise. I hope they didn't stay in the pictures for too long. But it's almost like they're not budging on a situation as well. So I definitely feel that you guys aren't budging on something for May. I really feel that. I feel it so strongly here. And I feel it's around, the energy is around the Five of Swords. You don't want to get involved. And this is why I said at the beginning of the reading, don't get involved in any petty quarrels, in any petty fights. Don't get involved with someone who, and I feel that this is a person who is trying to take advantage of you, potentially. I think I said this for somebody else's sign as well. I feel it is somebody trying to take advantage of you. But I feel that you've shut down something. You don't want to know at the minute. I feel that your energies are going to be centered around the people that matter to you. I feel that your energies in May are going to be centered around the home. I feel that you're not going to be interested in anything that's kind of flighty or anything that's kind of pie in the sky or anyone that comes across as being quite shallow or even being quite mean. Okay? I feel that somebody's going to try and entice you with empty promises in May. But I don't feel that you're going to be kind of playing that game. And this is why I feel that the Five of Swords has come up. Because I feel that this person is trying to play games with you. But in all these cards, all I'm seeing is somebody who's trying to entice someone and somebody who has their head turned down. Somebody who's not looking at it. Somebody who's looking away from something that is being offered to you. I do apologise about the noise in the background for my family, okay? So yeah, I do feel for May, don't get enticed into a petty quarrel with anyone, and don't get enticed into going back into something that was not very good for you before. I feel that you need to kind of stay out of it. If this is resonating with any of you guys, you need to kind of just completely stay out of it and go on your own way, okay? This is what I feel. I feel that you need to go your own way. Okay, because I do feel that there is some energy around May that is coming in quite fast. And I do feel that this is something that you have already experienced as a star sign with someone. And I feel that there are trust issues going on in May for some of you guys. And I feel that it could be a man and a woman, potentially. It could be a group of people, potentially, that you don't trust. Or a collective of people, potentially. But I do feel that somebody's trying to entice you out of your place at the minute. And you're kind of saying, well, actually, no, I'm quite happy where I am, thank you very much. I don't really want to go back to that life anymore. I don't want to be a part of that life anymore. This is what I'm feeling with this reading. Someone's trying to entice you back into some form of something that wasn't good in the first place. But I don't feel that you'll be going back there. I feel the general reading for May is, if you're happy where you are at the minute and you're happy in whatever choices you've made in terms of your friends, I feel this is something that might be centered around friends or somebody who was a friend then I feel that, you know, you need to kind of stay by your guns and say, you know what, I'm not actually going back there with you people. I'm not doing this anymore. Okay? I feel that this could be 2 people involved here. 2, possibly 3 people involved in this. A group of people, maybe. This is what I'm feeling here, but I wouldn't... There could be a ringleader as well, I feel. But someone who doesn't show themselves that often. Okay, someone who's kind of dangling everybody else's strings. But I would say, you know, if you're happy where you are, Taurus, in May, stay there and don't get back into all the hype. Don't get back into all the nonsense. Don't get back into any drama. Because I feel that somebody's trying to entice you back into some drama. And I feel that you need to stay out of it. Okay, that's your reading, Taurus, for the month of May. I would like to say thank you very much for joining me, and I will speak with you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.